Hello and welcome back to Styled by Esther's channel. Today I'm going to be doing an updated how to put on a lace front wig. Okay, so I did a how to put on a lace front wig correctly video about 4 years ago-ish. It's still valid, but it's me when I was first, the first few years of my drag career, and my makeup was not as delicious as it is now. So I wanted to do an updated wig styling video. Plus, in that video, there's probably a couple of things that I'm going to add in that I didn't actually show. For example, the first thing is, in regards to putting on a lace front wig, is what do you do with the lace? If you're new here and you don't know who I am, my name is Esther. I am a wig stylist based out of Melbourne, Australia, and a drag queen and makeup artist. And I like to do things on the YouTubes occasionally when I feel like it. It's been a while since I actually filmed a YouTube video, so this is a fresh one, and I'm going to try and start doing more videos at least once a fortnight. As a wig stylist and people who, I do wigs and I sell wigs, that's my main business. I sell wigs to people who sometimes they're not drag queens that already know how to wear a wig, and they ask, what do I do with the lace? And how do I cut it? How short do I cut it? How long do I cut it? I don't know what to do. So I'm going to show you what I suggest for how much you can cut your lace, and talk a few different options. So let's do the first step, cutting the lace. All right, so this wig I'm not actually wearing tonight. I'm going to be wearing this wig, but I already cut the lace before I forgot that I was doing this video. But luckily I have this wig, which is also one of mine. This is a special wig, secret. This can't get anywhere else. Follow me on Instagram and you'll keep me updated. Before we get started, also again, please press the like button, because apparently that helps with the algorithm, and subscribe to my channel for more things all related to drag and wigs and makeup and fun, and let me know what else you would like me to do. This is a wig, lace front wig, lace front of the wig, lace front, a wig of the lace front variety. When you say lace, it's like, it's mesh material with lots of little holes, and that's where they knot the little hairs into, and that is what blends in with the skin to give you that sort of seamless look, so it looks like you actually have real hair growing out of your head, right? So let me angle you down a bit more. I can probably angle you all the way down and you can see me cutting the lace. Right here. Most wigs have a hairline that you can follow. It's not a perfect semicircle or anything like that, and a lot of wigs do have a bit of a widow's peak, and if your wig does have a very wide widow's peak, what you don't want to do is just cut around exactly to the same shape of the hairline. What I suggest is to do a semicircle all the way around, and you want to leave a tab at the bottom underneath the sideburn here. This is where the sideburn went, and that's what you'll be gluing underneath, but there's always like a little bit extra here. You can cut that off. I like to just go across here, and I leave about a centimetre and a half, 2 centimetres, and do like an even semicircle all the way around. So where there's a widow's peak, you probably end up being a bit closer, and where there's the side bits of the hair where it goes a bit further back, it might be a bit longer. But if you do an even semicircle all the way around, it'll lay smooth, flatter to the forehead. So like here, I always go and sort of just round it off a little bit and go underneath. There's always this extra bit, a little dangly bit, which is where the lace is sewn and attached to the rest of the wig and the cap. You will also see there is on most wigs these elastics, and there's little spots to put them in. Obviously that means you can either put it there, or all the way in the middle. If you have a really small head, some people do, you can attach these together or tie them together and as short as you want, because then that stretches out to the under your neck and around the back of your neck to hold it on. For myself, and for probably a lot of AMAB drag queens that have man-sized heads, I just put it on the loosest one. I don't need to make it tighter. Also bear in mind, the tighter you do it over time, wearing it throughout the night, it will hurt your head after a while and maybe give you a headache. So that's what you do with those things. Some people even cut them off because they don't need them at all and they get in the way and they're annoying. Then they stick out sometimes if you don't think about it. So that's just something to be aware of. But this is ready to now put on. So let's bring it back. Oh, Vivi's back. Hey, Vivi. Oh, Vivi. So this is my new drag room as well. It's the first video in the new drag room. So I'm just going to demonstrate putting this wig on, but this is the one where I'm going to actually glue down. Just to show you cutting that lace and what it looks like in lights. Under lights, obviously this is not like a more high quality camera. If you're on stage, theatre, club, environment, dim lights, party lights, it will blend in more, you know, in the club, at your gig, or under lights. And I always say, you know, it's same as with makeup. Your wig line is not meant to be viewed this close and in perfectly bright daylight. That's why some drag queens don't like daylight and don't look good in daylight, as we did see at DragCon this weekend. Some of them really don't look good in the daytime. So putting on your wig. You've cut the lace and you're ready to put it on. I like to always suggest, no matter what the wig is, styled or unstyled, whatever style it is, unless it's super, super solid, I don't suggest. A lot of people put it upside down, get the back of it, which is sort of, I don't know where that comes from, because it's what everybody automatically does. If you know where it comes from, where that like originates from, that idea just to put your head down and go like that and flip it over, I don't know. But everybody seems to automatically, instinctually want to do that. But I always suggest to put it on like a swimming cap. So you can see here, well, that where those two colors divide, that is the center of the wig. You want to line that up with wherever you want your hairline to be, and in the center of your head. And then you just whack it on and line up the sides and make sure the sideburns line up, and they do. And there you go. You have your fabulous wig. And obviously now we need to glue it. All you need to do is put a little bit of glue, which we're going to be using spirit gum, on either tab of the sideburns, and then we'll secure it. But I'll show you how to do that on this wig. I don't know how it's looking on camera, but as you can see, depending on where your shading is on your makeup, sometimes it can be more noticeable where your contour is. But once you put the glue on, that sort of blends all together, and you can put some glue underneath that. But you'll see what I mean by that. If you really want to, and a lot of drag queens do this, for example, Alyssa Edwards or Karen from Finance, they do cut the lace all the way off right along the hairline, just to avoid having any kind of discoloration from the lace. If it's brand new fresh lace these days, sometimes they look a bit too light, as you can maybe see around here, or they're too dark, and it's sometimes, or if you've worn it a few times and you can't really clean it, or if you clean it and it still hasn't, you know, blending in nicely, you can just cut it off short if you really want to. It will make it difficult to restyle. If you want to send it back to me or restyle, or join my Patreon to learn how to style wigs, it will make it difficult to block onto a block to restyle, but that's just part of, you know, that's your personal choice. So now let's do the next step, is gluing the wig down, which I'll switch wigs. But look at this, isn't this fabulous? Oh my God. I haven't put it on my head yet, especially without a face on. I don't have an outfit for it. I need to figure out what I want to wear with it. Actually, probably gonna go with that. Okay. This is a cute little updo that I've done for a new look. If you want to see the full look, you can go over to my Instagram to see the full look. Same thing, especially because this is styled. And you don't, meaning I suggest not to do like a flip over thing, because you could just risk flicking and flipping and moving the wig, especially if it's a wig that's like a long down wig that's been styled. It ends up looking, you can ruin the styling, and you don't want to do that. Okay, so the glue of choice by any drag queen, most drag queens, to glue down your wig is spirit gum. Now this spirit gum is one that I got last time I had to replace my spirit gum. This is the Kryland spirit gum, which I do find is the best one. I've used other spirit gums, for example, Mayron spirit gum, Mayron, I don't know how to say it. And I found that didn't stick as well. Over time, it sort of lifted easier with sweat and maneuvering and moving around. And it actually was a bit more burny on my skin. This one I particularly got was a clear one. It gets a bit dirty after a while, but if it's just personal use, don't worry about it. That's just makeup going back into the pot and mixing together to go brown. But this is clear to begin with, and it's meant to be for more sensitive skin and skin that people that perspire a lot. And I found it to be really good and really good adhesion, a little bit more so than the regular spirit gum. So, but any of the spirit gums will work well from Kryolan. Also, I didn't put one on, but if you want to, you can put a wig cap on. If you have long hair, need to put it under a wig, you can put all your hair under a wig cap. If you need to braid your hair first and then put on a wig cap, I would suggest to do that. Also, the wig cap will add a bit of grip for the wig if you're going to be whipping it around and move, you know, doing a lot of dancing and moving, but I don't do that. So I don't put a wig cap on, partially because I used to put a wig cap on, well, I used to wear stockings and then wrap it around. Sometimes if you do it too tight, it can really give you a headache after a while. Plus, I don't need it. My hair's grippy enough and it's all good. But you will need a bit of piece of stocking, or this is a wig cap as well, which is stocking material, and glue for this process. So get a bit of glue. And you can see this lace was really quite soft. That has blended in really well across the hairline, so I won't need to put any glue there, but I just need to put some glue on these sideburns. And I'm gonna stretch this out a bit as I go. So you can just lift it up, and then you can see where the actual lace material is going to land. And just put a thin layer. You don't need to go too thick with it. Don't go crazy. Also, one thing I do suggest, no matter what, if you've got long or short hair, if you do have sideburns underneath here, obviously you can see I've shaved the sides of my head, as you saw. If you do have long hair, just bear in mind you may get spirit gum in your hair. Some people, depending on what their hairline is, or longer hair that don't want to shave, you can glue down your sideburns and wherever your lace will be or fall, put makeup on it and whatever, the same as you would cover your eyebrows if you really want to not have to shave your sideburns. But I just suggest just shaving a little bit of sideburn off and it gets the job done. So now that is a bit tacky and sticky. This one doesn't get as like gloopy as the orange one, I find. It's just a nice thin layer, and once it's sort of half dry, it just sticks down really good. And you can see, look at that, you can't, well, I know we've got this little bit here, but putting that glue there really blends the lace in with the skin. And definitely use a piece of stocking that also pushes the glue and disperses the glue and gives you a nice smooth finish, as opposed to just using your fingers. Then your fingers will get glue and it'll get sticky and it'll just be icky and it won't look good. So you definitely need to use a piece of stocking. So same on this side. We can see where it's going. See, there's a bit of lace there. So just put it on and let it dry just for like 20 seconds, I guess. Depending on the glue, as I said, you can see that it goes a little bit tacky. Once it gets a little bit tacky, you can see it there. Then it starts to be easier to maneuver and glue and decide where you exactly want to put it. How cute do these look? Look at that. I would also suggest make sure, depending on what wig you're doing, make sure that your hair is all tucked in. If you do have little bits of hair, the wig cap will help with that. If you put a wig cap on, make sure all your hair is tucked up and away. And then all you can see when you've got the wig on, especially at the back as well, is the wig hair and not your real hair. I think that is pretty much everything. So we've covered cutting the lace, how to put it on like a swimming cap. Russell's watching something. About the glues. So spirit gum from Kryolan is the best spirit gum. Glue it down. All you need to do is put it at each side, a tab here, and then stretch it out a little bit. This fit quite snug on my head anyway. Make sure it's all smooth and flat to the head, and then, you know, don't get too nitpicky and don't go too close to it and be like, oh, you know, sit back, look at it, put a mirror far away from you and go, oh my god, look how good it looks from afar. Good from afar, far from good. That's my motto. But yes, that is how to put on a lace front wig of a lace front variety. Leave a comment down below of what you thought of this video and any suggestions for future videos. I've been doing my Drag 101 series, which this is sort of a part of, which is my drag makeup series from start to finish, all the steps you need to know of how to do drag makeup. But I've sort of finished that, and I do have a few ideas, but I would love to know what you would like to see me do. If you would like to join me on Patreon and learn about wig styling, I have my Wigs 101 series, the sister series to the Drag 101 series here on YouTube, plus a huge collection of full wig styling videos for you to learn how to style your own wigs. Thank you very much to all our current patrons, my fabulous stylists that we have on Patreon who support me, and through joining up on Patreon, that is also supporting the YouTube channel and giving me a little bit more motivation to do some YouTube videos, which I will be doing. Once again, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and hit the bell button to be notified when I post a video, and we will see you in the next video. Bye bye. Bye, Vivi. 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 Bye. She's like, no, just leave. Just go. Go out so you can come back. She's already pissed off because they're leaving. I'm gonna get in the rest of my look. Maybe I'll show you a sneaky piggy. Probably not. Go to Instagram.